so much for choosing me to be here today. When I was at Groton, I felt like I grew up a lot while I was there, especially when I was in Kenya in the summer of 2011. It was really interesting to see a part of the world that I had never seen before, and I opened my mind up to so many new things.
After my trip in Kenya, which I did in my junior summer, I saw a lot of similarities between the town that my father grew up in Colombia and the town that we stayed in Aloika.
My junior year of high school, we started an organization called Faces. Maybe you've heard of it?
I had this idea, to have a think tank, just people that were actually responsible for what they were doing. And as long as they were actually thinking about what they were doing, why wouldn't it be a good outcome? So we got together and we started making things happen.
We helped them develop new products using that same technology in the filter for different buckets and jars and things for water, so you could instantly have pure water by pouring it through there.
Because now, especially looking into the future, we have to be careful of what energy sources we're using up on this earth. And the energy we get from the sun is so immense that harnessing, even the smallest of 1% could light up so many cities and bring so much power to so many people. And so I use these technologies to spread solar panels and put them on new housing and new buildings.
What I've realized about creating change is that you need to be aware and informed about the world's challenges and about the people and places trying to instigate the change. Through GAP and all the other information spread by our volunteers, I hope that you yourself can learn about and become inspired by one or more of our projects. That is my biggest wish, that you can find your passion and become leaders, helping however you can.
Something about volunteering abroad still stuck with me. And so I still wanted to help health clinics in places like Aloika, where they don't have enough supplies. So I started my own foundation where...
I know these tactics are less than a Band-Aid, but in my experience, the single best way to create a positive impact is to create circumstances where traditional culture and the modern Western ideologies mesh and coexist peacefully to inform each other, rather than to replace or detract from.
I'm here to talk to you about making a change in the world. We can all talk about how we want to do this, how we're going to volunteer here, but saying something and then actually going out and doing it are two different things.
The balance is hard to find. Too often, aid groups and well-meaning volunteers come in to replace, to fix, to help. This has never and will never work. Law won't fix things, but it is one tool, one way to bridge the huge gap of resistance between what we know as us and them. My profession is my love, is my help, is my world. Finding the grace to comprehensively deal with something, to both bring and take away, is the key. Knowledge and awareness are crucial to understanding.
And one of the cool things is, in order to start a project, you have to take a trip around the world. It's a 6-week program, and you stay in places like where I went before I was a freshman year, like Aloika, and you have to just brainstorm and work in groups. And if you can make it through that, then maybe you have what it takes to lead. And
it's really great because I feel like you should do what you're passionate about, not what other people think you should do, because you can accomplish a lot more doing what you're passionate about.
Whether it is by doing a bake sale at school or telling all your friends about the project that hit you the most, it will start an avalanche of awareness and action to help all these issues get solved. You may discover your passion for endangered monkeys in Costa Rica or sending girls.
Even if you aren't bringing safe water to millions of people around the world, you can still help change the world in your community by volunteering or by conserving water or just helping with the small things, because one person can change the world if they're together with a bunch of other people.